Do you believe aliens, the existence of aliens?
The
What do
existence of aliens. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I think that our universe is very, 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 very big. Right.
Yeah.
The our whole planet is massive, but it's a very small part of a huge universe. So I think that it's likely that is other kinds of life out there. I think it would be strange if there was such a big universe and we were
Yeah,
the only life. But
exactly.
I don't know what they look like or where they are or how far away they are, that kind of thing.
Mm. And do you want to meet with them, or do you want to encounter with them? Because
Uh,
personally, I would like to encounter with them, but sometimes it would be so scary, right? Even
yeah.
they can hit me, they can kill me.
Yes, yes, I think that's natural, right? Because to assume these things, because especially with the movies that we see and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff, it always makes it look like this, right? It's a
yeah.
dramatic kind of interaction, and it could be
Mm.
dangerous, that thing.
Definitely.
So yeah, this is possible, right? It could be a scary situation like that, but I think it would be very interesting,
Yeah, it's very
to
interesting.
see what they look like, or to hear
How
what
to
their
interact
language
with
is
them?
like.
Yeah.
Yes, what the interaction would be like, I think would be very fascinating. So yes, I think if I had an opportunity and it wasn't
Great.
putting my life at risk, then I think it would be an
Yeah.
interesting thing to do. Um, but have you watched many of these kinds of films about interactions with aliens?
Yeah, I have watched a lot of movies like uh, 3D creature or unknown creature,
Okay,
that
okay,
they are sometimes they just come into the world, come into the
yeah,
earth,
they
and they
come
attack
to Earth. Yeah, have you
challenges.
seen a film called Arrival about this topic?
Oh no, what is the film? Can you elaborate some?
Sure, sure. Yes. So this movie is the same kind of concept. It's about aliens coming to Earth, but they just appear one day. There's these large stone-looking ships that are kind of like
Okay,
circular like this, and they're just floating in different parts of the world: Hong Kong, Delhi, New York, places like that.
okay,
And everyone just doesn't know what they are. And then scientists and military try to do some experiments. They send people out to try and observe these ships, and then
hmm.
suddenly some of them start to open, and they can go up into them. And there's
Okay,
like these very large aliens. Uh, they look kind of like octopus almost, because they have
October,
8 arms,
8 arms.
um, but
Okay,
they're behind like this glass kind of screen. And they have to, over this period of time, they get all of these scientists and who specialize in languages to come and try to
hmm.
communicate with them, because they don't communicate with sound. They kind of
Oh,
emit this gas that like goes into strange shapes, and so they try to interpret these shapes and they learn how to communicate with them. It's a very
oh,
interesting
it's
movie.
really interesting. Yeah, it is Arrival. Then I will definitely have to watch.
Yes, yes, I think you might like it. It's called
Hmm.
Arrival,
All
and yeah, it's a very good movie about this kind of scenario. So,
right.
if you could communicate with aliens like that, what would you ask them?
This is really interesting. And so, first of all, I would like to ask that the address of them,
Okay, where
then
they're from.
going into the earth, and
Okay,
I would like to have some superpower. They are really willing to give them such opportunity to have superpower. Then I will definitely grab this.
okay,
And
interesting.
sometimes, and also most of all, I will like to interact with them, because
Okay,
I want
yes,
to go their place, and also I want to understand their languages and their
yeah,
intelligence also, so that
okay,
if
yeah.
I get such opportunity, then I can create or I can make some scientific technological thing that would really help to the mankind.
Yes, yes, I think, to learn about what their technology is like, what
Yes.
kinds of things they've discovered, how advanced they are with their knowledge,
Yeah,
that kind of
exactly,
thing. It'd
exactly.
be very interesting to learn about, right? And that's kind of part of what this movie is about too. Is the
Oh, wow.
aliens want to pass on some of their technology or their knowledge to humans, but it's just a matter of figuring out what they're trying to kind of communicate to them, right? So it's
Yes.
an interesting concept, right? That maybe on other planets the technology is far
Yeah.
more advanced than here, right?
Hmm.
So some people in the past have claimed that they've seen aliens or they've seen spaceships, uh, and they believe that aliens have come to Earth
Oh,
before. Do you believe this is true, or do you think it's not true?
I think I believe that it may happen. It might be happen because
Okay,
I heard about a lot of times, and also
okay,
I have watched through the news that there are some creature in the deep blue sea
yeah,
and also in the deep forest
for sure.
those are really unknown to the
Of
mankind,
course, of course,
and
yes.
just within a second they vanished. So
Okay.
I think that there is there is likely possible to have such aliens, or they have the spaceship also.
Yeah, yeah. Now, what do you think they would think about Earth, and what would you think they would think about our technology, humans'
Oh
technology?
wow, it is really awesome question. uh, I think I think that will they think that we are the aliens to them also.
Okay. Yes, of course, of course. For
Yeah,
us, for them, we would be the unknown kind
unknown
of
creatures, exactly.
creatures. Yes, exactly.
And they think that also they can understand they are very advanced than us,
Yeah.
so they can easily manipulate or they can easily create anything to destroy ourselves or to help ourselves, it may be kind of.
Okay.
So
Yes. Yes. So you could say they are more advanced.
yes, they are
They
more
were more
advanced.
advanced. So if they are more advanced than us, then yes, it might be hard for them to understand why we are not, at the same kind of level of advancement,
Yes,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I think, this is exciting to think about because, there are so many possibilities, right?
So many possibilities can happen.
Now, do you think that humans will eventually have to leave Earth if our planet is no longer able to support life?
Yeah, I think so. And recently, Elon Musk has bought the land of Mars.
Yes, SpaceX, his company, is trying to develop or colonize Mars, right?
Okay, yeah, yeah, I heard about that news. So I think that maybe in future we are going to shift to Mars.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a possibility, right? Now,
Yeah,
how far away do you think that is from now, in terms of the time? Do you think this will happen in your lifetime, or not for like 100 years, 200 years?
yeah, I think that it would not be happened in my lifetime. So I am very unlucky,
Okay.
but I think that it will happen. It would happen after 200 years maybe.
You could say it won't happen in my lifetime. So,
Okay, it
so
won't
uh,
happen
in
in my
200
lifetime.
years, maybe then our
Maybe.
planet, might be too hot,
Yeah,
or there might be too many problems with the air quality, that kind
exactly.
of thing. Not
Hmm.
enough resources. Do you think that, or what do you think life would be like on Mars once people do move there? Do you think it will be the same as what we have on Earth now, or
Yeah,
very different?
I know that fact that the timing of the rotation of Mars is 24 hours plus 39 minutes. So it is probably
Ah,
same to Earth. So I
okay.
think uh, it will not be so hard to stay there to, and also there I think there is an existence of water. So
Okay,
I
that's
think
good.
it would not be. so hard to live there on
Okay.
Mars.
Okay. Yes. I think that yeah, water is the most important thing, right? Maybe right. The air quality, right?
Air
If the air
quality, yeah,
is
exactly.
breathable, um,
Mm.
and if we can grow things, right? If agriculture is possible, that is a must, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because if without it, then it will be impossible
Yeah, we
to
are no
have
longer to
food.
live.
Exactly, exactly. So I think that will be the biggest challenge. But
Yeah, that
I
will be.
think that it's taken the Earth billions of years to evolve to the point where it is now, right? So it might take a
Mm.
very long time for Mars to get to that point as well, if once humans are there and kind of trying to develop it, right?
Yeah, and also the atmosphere will be fine on Mars
Okay.
and
Yes.
almost similar to Earth. So I
Okay.
think there
Yes.
will be life possible. There will be.
Yes. And is will the gravity be the same too? Do you think?
Uh, I think not. It is not likely to Earth because the Earth is bigger than Mars.
Of course. So the weight is different. It
Yeah,
affects the gravity, right? The gravitational pull.
so I think it may differ.
Okay, yeah. I think it'll be interesting no matter what to do this kind of colonizing, developing that type of
Mm.
thing because it's
And
starting
mm,
fresh, right? From
yeah, exactly.
from
Starting
the
fresh.
beginning, and then seeing the progress over time. I think will be interesting as well. Um,
And do you
but
know that?
sorry, go
Do you
ahead.
know that fact that the moon is going away from the circle of
It's
Earth?
it's moving away from Earth.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you know how fast the rate of speed?
Now
It's
I
about
just
the same
forget.
speed or same amount of distance as your fingernail growth. So every
Oh,
year it moves away, I think, about 4 centimeters from Earth, which if you didn't trim your fingernails, it would be about the
okay.
same
Wow.
speed that your fingernails are growing at. Yes.
Okay, it is really interesting. So you have such a you have so interest in this.
Ah, yes. Well, I remember this. I studied astronomy in my first year of university. This was the science
Okay.
course that I took. So I
Wow.
remember that fact from this course.
Great, great, sir. Good, good, very
Yes,
good.
yes. But I think that yeah, space travel, space just discoveries within space are very fascinating, right? Because it's so
Mm, it is
different
very
from what we're
fascinating.
used to.
Yeah, and also there are a lot of things like Big Bang Theory,
Yeah,
black hole, blue moon.
yeah,
It is those are
yeah,
very interesting
for sure.
facts.
For sure, yes, yes, definitely. Now, space tourism is something that might become common fairly soon. A lot of
Yeah.
companies now, Amazon's, Virgin, many of these big tech companies are trying to invest in space tourism so that
Mm.
they can charge people for flights into space just for a very short time and then coming
Yeah.
back to Earth. What do you think about this idea?
Yeah, it is really, it will be fantastic. I will say that if someone has interest, if someone someone wishes to go to space for a while, then it will be possible.
Yeah, it will be
And
maybe expensive at the beginning,
yeah,
right? Only very
it,
rich people might be able to go, but
very
eventually the prices will come down, right?
yeah, exactly. After
Yeah.
a lot, after after few times, I think.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Now, is that something that you would be interested in if you had the chance to go into space just for a few minutes to see what it's like looking down
Yeah,
at the planet?
exactly. I would actually I would feel to the zero gravity uh,
Yes.
space. I would like to feel those kind
You,
of things, and also I want to visualize the space.
yeah.
So I will definitely go if I get a chance, and
Yes, I think
if I will be a big rich man, very rich man.
yes, yes. I think this would be a very unique opportunity, right?
It's very
Unlike any other kind of trip or any other kind of
so
experience
true.
you've had before.
That's true. That's true.
So it's understandable why it's very expensive, right? Because the cost of the fuel is
Mm.
so high and that kind of thing.
So
But I think if you can afford it, it would definitely be worth it, right?
those that thing will be amazing.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Do you think that it will become more and more common for this kind of tourism over the next 50 years?
Yeah, people will I think will get used to that I think that there are a lot of people who want to go to the space and to
Yeah,
feel the atmosphere there. So
yeah, I
I think
agree. I think a lot of people are interested in this concept, right? So
exactly.
it may become popular
Mm.
once this is more and more possible, right?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure.
No, that's
And
great. Well, thank you. I think our time is
yeah,
unfortunately
we are running
almost
out.
up, Indrajit,
Yeah,
but it was very nice to speak with you again, and thank you for a great
thank you.
conversation.
And it's really great to meet you again and hope to see you soon again.
Yes, I hope to see you again soon. Have a good
Yeah,
rest of your day.
you
Thank
too.
you.
Too.
Take care. Bye
Take
bye.